Hello students, how are you? My name is Dr. Ashaq Hussain and I am an assistant professor of anatomy. Today I am going to discuss the concept of peritoneum, what actually peritoneum is, and for that I would like to use a balloon or as an example. So here you can see peritoneal cavity is a closed sac. Here you can see it is just like a balloon which is closed from all around, and here we have tied a knot, so it's air within this balloon. Imagine, it's just imagination. When we put any structure on the surface of the balloon, it starts sinking in the balloon. Here, for example, let's say suppose you have put a marble on the surface of a balloon, but the surface of balloon is so lax, you can say so elastic, that the marble you have placed on its surface, it started sinking within the balloon. Here in this, here you can see it has sunk quite far within the balloon, but one thing which you should notice that it is outside the cavity. This is the cavity of the balloon. So this marble has been invaginated from outer aspect of the balloon to its inside, but it is outside the peritoneal cavity. It is outside the peritoneal cavity. So as a result, this is our viscera, and the layer which is immediately surrounding the viscera is visceral peritoneum, and the peritoneum far away, it is parietal peritoneum, and this double layered peritoneum, fold which has formed here, this is called mesentery. So this was a basic concept of peritoneum, and in its most simple form. But here again within the I've tried to show the same concept but in a more complicated form. So this is our viscera surrounded by visceral peritoneum all around. Here these are visceras, and here we have got mesentery. It becomes stark double layer of peritoneum, and this is parietal peritoneum outside. So this mesentery contains blood vessels which could be arteries, veins, and it contains fat, it contains lymphatics, it contains nerves. So basically this mesentery is holding back these structures from falling down into the pelvis. So this is, as you can notice here, you can see these structures, these are viscera, but they are still out of the peritoneal cavity. So a peritoneal cavity is basically invaginated between these viscera. For example, now let's say this is intestine, and you are looking at the sagittal section of intestine. So this is the peritoneal cavity which has gone between the loops of the intestine. So the thing is that, which I am trying to make my point here, is that this peritoneal cavity is not very simple, rather it is very complicated kind of cavity which is present in the forms of loops and folds within the between the viscera. So, and these structures which are we call viscera, for example intraperitoneal viscera, they actually they are attached to the posterior abdominal wall by means of this mesentery, and they hang within the peritoneal cavity but remain outside the peritoneal cavity, because of this visceral peritoneum. So I hope I try to make this concept easy. In next video I would be doing the full detail of peritoneum, how different folds it forms, and how it gets reflected upon different viscera. Thank you very much.